We're here at Tower Fall, but you couldn't actually see the waterfall. It's up the gorge here, but used to go up there on the boardwalk, but the river, Tower Creek, changed course, took out the path. So this is as far as we can get. It's up here. We'll hike up later and see the waterfall itself. But for now, we're down here on the Yellowstone River, right where Tower Creek enters the river.
Yes, this is the long-awaited Tower Fall map. It's not ready yet. We still have much to do on it. But as always, we visited the real place in Yellowstone National Park to take in as much of it as we could so we can make the game map as realistic and immersive as we can. In fact, most, though not all of this video, comes from our trip back in 2017 when we were still thinking of Tower Fall as the next episode of the game. Now, of course, with the saga out, Tower Fall is simply another DLC map coming later this year. The Tower Fall map is west of the main game maps and south of Hellroaring. When we were first planning this map, it was going to be square and only 4x4 kilometers, which is what we were originally planning for all the game maps. But we soon expanded that to 7x7 kilometers, and then looking at the topography of this area, we realized that it needed to be rectangular rather than square. So now it extends from the actual Tower Fall waterfall in the north corner of the map to Mount Washburn in the southwest corner. All right, so let's go back to the real place and look around.
This is Antelope Creek. Flows down into the Yellowstone right over there, just upstream from where Tower Creek flows into the Yellowstone. But actually, Antelope Creek doesn't look like much, but it's actually creates the watershed for much of the upcoming Tower Fall map.
The cliffs along the river here have been bleached yellow and white by chemicals and the hot water bubbling up through some geothermal vents.
We've come a fair distance up the river here, up the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, and the trail continues further, but there are a couple of big old bull bison up there, and I think it's probably best if we stop here. But we have seen quite a bit of the valley, and you can see up here there's the ledge. There's the steep banks and then the ledge, and then beyond that the bluffs going up to the plateau up there, and then it'll all be in the game. And it's too bad the game doesn't have smell-o-vision, because right here, the sulfur, woo! So we made it up to the overlook over Tower Fall. This is the best place that humans can get to see the waterfall. Wolves, however, will get much closer and have a much better view of the game. Tower Fall is a pretty popular spot in Yellowstone, but it's not always like this, and in the game, you'll have it to yourself. No ice cream for wolves, but there may be some souvenirs scattered around. We're here above Tower Fall. You can see Devil's Den, this complex area of all these spires that the river runs through before it goes over the fall. We've hiked high above the Yellowstone River here, so now we've got this fantastic vista looking down on Tower Fall there. Can't quite see it, it's behind the rocks, but you can see the gorge that the river has cut coming in, how it joins into the Yellowstone. And then looking further up the Yellowstone River, the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, we can really see the topography here with the way the river has cut down that valley, and then there's a bench here to the west of it with a lot of sage on it, and then the second part of the canyon going up into the uplands where the elk are going to be most likely to be found in the summertime.
And yet there is a road that runs the length of the map. There are often bison on that road, and we're never much interested in getting out of your way, whether you're in a car or as a wolf. So here we are heading up towards Mount Washburn. We really wanted to hike into this area, the upper Antelope Creek watershed, but almost all of it is a bear management area with no hiking allowed. But at least we have the road, which offers some spectacular views of Antelope Creek and its tributaries. So as you can see, Tower Fall is a great map if you like wide open spaces, rolling grasslands with patches of forest. And that is what wolves like. And we've got some ideas on how to handle the road. And here's the game map, same view as it's coming along. We'll share more about the Tower Fall map development as we go, so stay tuned.
We've come to Yellowstone National Park. We've come to Yellowstone National Park to do. Is it tilted?
What?
Looks like it's so tilted. Hiking into each area portrayed in the game, so we can really examine what does it look like. Look at the wildlife. Look at the flora and the fauna. That's the same thing. So I'm sitting on this big pile of basalt, which is some kind of rock. We're here at here on the Yellowstone River, right where Tower Creek enters the river.